This is the first chapter from the book First Flight. The name of the chapter is A Letter to God by G. L. Fuentes. About the author, Giorgio Lopez y Fuentes was a Mexican novelist, poet, and journalist. He was one of the leading chronicles of the Mexican Revolution. He was one of the greatest writers of his time. He got his work published in many famous articles. Let's begin with the summary. Lancho is a meticulous farmer who lives in a beautiful valley. He always takes good care of his family. He prepared his fields of corn and kidney beans in the midst of the valley and is waiting for the rain to replenish the soil and reap healthy harvest this year. Word meanings: meticulous, giving or showing great attention to detail. Valley, the low land between two mountains or hills which often has a river flowing through it. Midst, the middle of something. Replenish, to replace what has been used up and make something full again. Reap, to cut and collect a crop. One day his wife calls him and the boys in to have dinner. As soon as they step inside, the rain leaden. Leaden means having or carrying a lot of something. Leaden clouds appear over the mountains. Lancho goes out to enthrall in the falling droplets. Enthrall, to hold something, somebody's interest and attention completely. Droplets, a small amount of liquid that forms a round shape, which he calls as falling coins. Here, the falling coins means Lancho considering rain as money. But soon his delight turns into despair as the rain is followed by a severe hailstorm. Here, delight means great pleasure or joy. Despair means the state of having lost all hopes. And the severe hailstorm, severe means extremely bad, which makes the conditions very seriously. And hailstorms are the small balls of ice fall from the sky like rain. In a matter of hours, his entire field and its crops are covered by white hailstones. Hailstones, again, small balls of ice. There is not a single crop left unscattered. Unscattered means without any injury, means all the crops are injured by the hailstones. Lancho's heart sinks into melancholy. Sinks means he gets disappointed and discouraged, and melancholy, a feeling of sadness which lasts for a long time. His wife encourages him to keep faith in God. Encourages to give hope or to give support. Who helps those in need and feeds the hungry. Lancho is faithful as well. He decides to ask for divine help, literally through a written appeal. Divine, a person who is connected with God. Appeal, to make a serious request for something. Here, Lancho is appealing or requesting to God. He takes a paper and scribbles his appeal for 100 pesos and addresses it to God. Scribbles, he writes quickly and carelessly without thinking anything. And here 100 pesos is like 100 rupees or money, which is a Mexican currency. He takes the letter to town post office, affixes a postage stamp back at the post office. A postman collects the letter and brings it to the notice of his postmaster. They both are amused by the address on the letter, but realize and admire the sheer strength of faith in Lencho's word. Here, amused is thinking that something is very funny because Lencho is writing a letter to God. But postmaster admired this thing. He gave respect to this because Lencho have a deep amount of faith in God. They read the letter and realize his predicament as well, trying to preserve Lencho's resolute predicament, an unpleasant and difficult situation that is hard to get out. Trying to preserve Lencho's resolute. Resolute means his determination in God. Lencho's resolute faith and in the process help a desperate man. The entire post office contributes their share to pool money for the farmer. They collect pesos and put it inside an envelope with a letter signed God. The next weekend, when Lencho arrives at the post office to collect his letter from God, he is not surprised at all to see it there. He takes it and leaves, but he returns soon afterwards. He is disturbed and searches for a piece of paper and ink. He then writes something on the paper and sticks a postage stamp to it and deposits it in the post office. As soon as he leaves, the postman runs back to the post box and opens his new letter. In the letter, Lencho informs God that he only got 70% of the money. Means he only get 70 pesos as he demanded for 100 pesos. 70% of the money that God had sent him as the wicked and greedy people. Wicked means person who are very bad, morally bad, or they have a evil nature. And greedy peoples who want something more like food, money, power, etc. Wicked and greedy people at the post office stole his 30 pesos. He further requests God to send the rest of the amount directly to him and not to the post office, as he was still in desperate need of divine help. Here, desperate means out of control and ready to do anything to change the situation you are in because it is so terrible. Divine connected with God. Thank you and have a nice day.